Hello everyone, this is the part 2 of the Spring Annotations topic. We will explore at Spring Boot application annotation, breaking down a bit deeper. If you have worked on Spring Boot application in your company for a while and if you didn't know what this annotation is all about, then it's high time you need to learn this now. At Spring Boot application annotation is comprised basically of three annotations. First one is at enable auto configuration. Second is at component scan. Third one is at configuration. Since we have seen at configuration and at component scan annotations in the last video, which is a part 1 of the Spring Boot annotations, we are now going to focus on at enable auto configuration and what this annotation does in a nutshell. Spring Boot auto configuration is a feature to automatically configure an application based on dependencies that are present on the class path, requiring no effort from the developer, which means auto configuration tries to be as intelligent as possible, attempting to guess and configure beans that you are likely to need and also will back away as you define more of your own configuration. I don't want to bore you with theoretical explanations. Let me brief this with a small demo. Just a quick update. I'll be using Spring DevTool dependency into our project so that we don't have to restart our project every time we make changes in our project. This can be a valuable addition so you don't need to redeploy your application manually every time. Let's go to the Spring Initializer website and quickly pick the Spring Boot DevTools dependency. You could go to the Explore option and you can pick up the Spring Boot DevTools dependency. Let's continue our demo on AutoConfigure feature. We shall update the application.property file with an important property that will enable AutoConfigure logging with a debug logging level. Upon looking at the logs, we'll be having the conditions evaluation report once we have enabled the logging level of AutoConfigure to debug. In the condition evaluation report, we have positive matches and negative matches. Basically, every class listed as a positive match has been activated and every class listed as a negative match has not been activated. Now I shall quickly pick the negative matches and place them in a separate file. We have lots of beans under the negative matches category. We will pick few of them, say like data source auto configuration and data source transaction manager auto configuration related beans. And we shall add h2 and spring starter data JPA dependency into our pom.xml and we will quickly see the beans which is existing under negative matches category will be turning into positive matches. Going back to Spring Initializer, we shall quickly pick the h2 and Spring Starter JPA dependency. Ctrl+Shift+F will make you format the pom.xml. So once we have added this dependency, you can find the Spring Boot application restarts automatically due to the addition of Spring Boot DevTools. Let's wait for a while. Since the application has started but we couldn't see the conditions evaluation report getting reflected, we shall explicitly restart the application now. Now we will pick the positive matches and we will make sure that the beans what we have listed for data source auto configuration related stuff is getting reflected or not. Here under the positive matches you can see now all the data source auto configuration related stuff has been converted from negative matches category into positive matches category. So how come does that happen? When you start the Spring Boot application, at enable auto configure will boot the Spring Factories loader and then Spring Factories loader will scan all the jars for meta_inf/spring.factories and then Spring Factories loader will compare the properties from spring.properties to app configuration. And finally, it will inject all the beans for the positive matches configuration. Open the Maven dependencies. Here, every Spring Boot project will be having the following library: Spring Boot Auto Configure. Here you have tons of jars where Spring will automatically provide you with auto configure option for all these jars available over here. You have jars for Cassandra, Couchbase, Elasticsearch, Data Source, H2, Elasticsearch, JDBC, JMX, and so on. Let me open the file spring.factories. There will be one section called auto configure which spans over 100 lines. Here you can see the same beans. Thereby, we are opting for convention over configuration, which is the software design paradigm used by software frameworks that attempts to decrease the number of decisions that a developer using the framework is required to make without necessarily losing flexibility. See you in the next video of the part 3 of Spring Boot Annotations topic. Until then, it's Ratin Maheshwaran signing off. Bye bye and thank you for your support.